Hello, group piano teachers. It's Thursday, and we're ready to talk about group piano. My name is Dorla Aparicio, and I'm usually here with Mindy. She should be on. There she is. And we wanted to concentrate today on the topic of adding beginners to your class. And also how you can use 27, which is the music score that is in the starter kit, the multi-level group piano starter kit, how you can use it for when you want to add beginners, whether your class is established already or whether it's a all new class and there are some students that have never had piano lessons. So Mindy, tell us, how do you do this with Piano Pyramid?
Well, I love it. I love that I can add a new student to my class anytime because I'm not trying to teach them like I would if they were a private student. Being a group is completely different. And so being able to shift my mindset around this has made it so easy. So to begin with, I mark the keys that the prep pianists are going to be using. And I do this, doesn't matter if they're 8 years old or if they're 82, like everyone gets them marked. Right now, I'm using these little stickers. They're silicone. I get them on Amazon. They come in a 3. There's 3 of them in a pack. This is just for the mid piano, the mid-range piano. There's 3 of them in a pack. This is just for the mid piano, the mid-range piano.
I don't know what happened there. Sorry.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Anyway, they're like $10 on Amazon. A pack comes with 3 strips, and I just use the middle strip for the middle piano that goes from low C to high C. Alternatively, if they only really have 2 notes that they need to do, I'll use little flags like this, and I grabbed these at the dollar store. So I've got plenty of these on hand, and I'll just stick them in between the black keys so that they're not on the part where they're going to play, because then people want to pick at them or they get bent. Then people can't stop fixating on them. So Dorla taught me the trick to put them deeper in the keys, closer to the black keys, so that it is a visual, like, hey, this is where my note is, but it doesn't actually interfere with where I'm going to put my fingers. So the first thing I'll do before they even come to class is just make sure the piano is marked so that they can have success. I will stand near them as we go through our scales, make sure they understand where they need to put their hand, how they follow the graph, or the picture that we use for scales. And I'll stand there and kind of teach the theory from their bench so that I can help them with their specific bit. And then when I introduce the new piece, as we do, I will, after everyone's numbered their measures so that we can stay together when we rehearse, I will bring those prep pianists to my central piano, and I will explain how to correlate what they see on the page to what they see on the keyboard. And so generally it's just a few notes, never more than 5.
Yeah.
So I will show them, like, when you see this note, do you see how that there's an E in the middle of that note head? That means you're going to play this blue key right here. And anytime you see it, if it's like, a half note, I'll say, we're going to just hold this down for longer. So when you do that E, I want you to say E hold, or whatever. You can use your terminology. And I'll have them demonstrate to me that they understand it by asking them to play a little bit more than what I demonstrated. If they're not catching on, then I'll make sure that I teach the whole thing to them by rote quickly so that they can go to their pianos and put the headphones on. But the thing that's important to remember when you're incorporating a brand new student in a group class is that your goal is not for them to understand the theory behind everything. Your goal is to get them playing with the group. To be able to play with the group on that first class to be able to feel successful and like they've made a contribution. So my job as a teacher is to make that as easy as possible. You don't need to freak out about them not understanding things. They will get it as they continue in the normal progression of, the songs that they're doing. So it's really a beautiful way. And it's really like not a big, huge, stressful thing.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Miss Mindy. I couldn't have said it better. So, yes, the most important thing is for them to make music that first day and to feel that they're part of the group. Now, using 27 or any of our piano pyramid ensembles is quite easy. Beginners, I'm assuming your beginners are those that know nothing. They don't know where to put their hands. They don't know how to read the notes. And so piano pyramid ensembles, the prep pianist will always have the alpha notes, which are the notes, they're on the staff because I want them to understand how it moves on the staff, even if they don't understand it yet. But they have the letter names inside the note head. So when we bring them to the central piano and teach them how to play it, the letters are already there. On 27, there are 3 notes they're going to play. C, and G, and then D. And that's it. They don't know the value of the notes. It does not matter because we're going to sing this and we're going to learn it by rote. And I will make movements with my body and point to the notes. So it would be C, 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 G, C. There's our rhythm right there. And I want them to sing it with me. This doesn't take a long time. And then D, 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 G, D, C, 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 G, C, 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 D, 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 G, C, C, C. Did I get a thumbs up?
Yeah, you gave a thumbs up.
I gave myself a thumbs up. I need to keep my hands down. I forget about that. So that is the way they can learn the rhythm and they can learn where to play the keys. The keys are labeled, so they have already made that correlation. And now we have the movement and the singing. All of those things need to go together for it to work. Then before we have introduced the score, we have already played our scale, our C major scale, 5-finger pattern. So they've already practiced that. So when I introduce the score, they already have a sense of where they're going to put their hand. So when they go back to the piano, their piano is labeled, they know what to do. It's very easy. Like Mindy says, stay close to their piano so you can help them. And they'll just raise their hand and ask a question if they need help. It's no big deal. The next level is Pianist 1. Now, Pianist 1 is for those students that have had piano and understand how to read the notes, and they can do that on their own. So if they can't do it on their own, then they need to be in prep pianist until that clicks. There's no time limit. It's whenever their brain is ready to click, it will click. Yes, go ahead.
I was just explaining this to a parent yesterday because they're just, hyper needing their child to progress. And I said, it's not a crutch. It is helping them learn it better and faster because they're going to play the correct note. And then at some point they will stop seeing those note names. And at that point they will be able to make the jump into the next level because they'll have absorbed all of that. They will know of the notes.
Yes, very good, very good. That is very true. Going back to Pianist 1, once they have absorbed all of this, they will tell you themselves, I'm ready to move on to Pianist 1. Pianist 1 will also be in that 5-finger pattern, but now we're using 2 hands. So through the course of the year, we have been learning how to read the notes. We've played games about it. We've done this over and over again till they feel comfortable and are ready then to figure out the notes. I will let my kids, if they say they're ready and they understand how to figure out the notes, I will let them go to Pianist 1. They don't have to be exact in just looking and knowing what to play, but how to figure it out. And I will even let them label it themselves in their book if they need to, because that's a practice in note reading. Instead of giving them a separate theory page, they have it right there in the book in pencil, because eventually we're going to erase them. Pianist 2 now needs to be very secure in their note reading. There's no this is where we have that transition of being independent. They're going to be playing hands together. So if they stay longer in Pianist 1, I have students that stay 2 years in Pianist 1. That is okay. 2 years in Prep Pianist, that is okay. Because everybody's brain is going to absorb it differently. Everybody's practice habits are different. And so we have to let all that mesh together for it to click, and then they'll be ready. So Pianist 2 is playing hands together. The left hand is usually not a lot of movement, more of notes that are holding, and then more reading on the treble clef. So it's like a melody and accompaniment. When we get to Pianist 3, the melody, the treble clef part, will be very similar to Pianist 4. Often it's the same melody, or it will be a harmonization. And then the left hand will be easier than Pianist 4. Pianist 4 will always have the original form of the piece. And so those are the progressions of our pyramid. But if you follow those steps to add your beginner, you can add a beginner anytime in the school year. It does not have to be only at the beginning, or you don't want to have to, I like what Mindy said, is open that fire hose of, let's do a private lesson first and then have you join a group. No, do it from the beginning in the group. Let them belong to the group from the beginning, and the success will be great. All of my piano students that have started in a group from zero, I mean, last night one of them played a Chopin prelude at her, she's now not taking with me anymore, but she's at a performing arts school and played her first Chopin prelude in a recital. The original, not an arrangement, but she went through all of Piano Pyramid, from prep pianist to Pianist 4, and she knows how to figure stuff out. And in this school, it's not like the teacher is beside them, helping them like we would do in a private lesson. She has 90 minutes, usually by herself, learning the piece by herself. She's independent, she knows what to do. So I know this works. But as Mindy said at the beginning, it's a mindset shift that we need to have. Things work differently in group piano. Yes. All right, that's all I have to say.
Great.
If you have questions about this or anything in our starter kit or anything group piano, you can add to the comments below here, or you can email us. You know, my email's on the website. You can email me anytime and I will surely answer. But thank you for listening to us talk about group piano today. Holidays are coming up, so we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.